Hello everybody, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. For those of you returning, thank you so much. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Nicole. Guys, this is just going to be a quick daily reading. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple today. See what's going on. We've got a lot of things that are changing up for us right now in the astrology. So we've got the new moon coming this Saturday in Scorpio. Woohoo, right? Happy birthday to my Scorpios out there. I'm always excited for this season. It's my season too. I can't help it. And then let me see. We've got, Mercury moving into Sag in 2 days. So Friday, then we've got Libra and Venus hooking up there. So some love and romance and things like that. So there's a lot of call it little things, but yet pretty big things that are going to bring a lot into focus. I plan on doing a reading for the 11/11 portal as well, which is also happening in conjunction with the new moon. So there's a lot of things that are transpiring that they feel big in one way and then yet they don't, but there's like a lot of, I feel like it's energy from behind the scenes of things that we don't have clarity on, things that aren't making sense that are going to come through with all of this. Leos, you guys have been fabulous. Your video got the most views for the November reading, so I'm going to throw you guys a bonus reading, hopefully get that out to you all today too. So thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, all of you. The ways you support the channel is just amazing, and I'm in so much gratitude of that. So that's that. All right, guys. So, again, daily general collective reading. We'll see what's going on in the energy for today, November 8th. I'm messing everything up here. Okay. All right, guys. Let's just get into it and see what's happening for you all. So, all right, Spirit. Spirit just said there's going to be some sudden changes to something. So they're bringing up expecting some kind of news. You may be waiting on a response to something at this time, or waiting for some kind of communication to come in regards to, and I'm going to say anything in life. Pay attention to where it is for you that they're saying that you could have it by the 9th, so that would be tomorrow, right? So just to pay attention, just to pay attention. The Italian heritage in me there. Just to pay attention as to what is going on in your world specifically, where you feel like you're awaiting some kind of word. And I'm going to tell you, it's when we talk about the sudden changes, and this is all coming in intuitively. I just feel like there's a pause. There's a pause. Somebody is waiting on some kind of communication, whether this is just news. It may be like a loose end kind of thing. You feel like you don't have clarity around a specific situation. Good Lord. So it's like you're just kind of like your gut knows something is coming, right? Like my gut right now is like on fire. Like there's something coming in, and you just could be kind of like in a space of suspense to some degree, like not knowing what's coming, but knowing something is coming. So just pay attention to your intuition. Make sure that you're open up to whatever divine messages are coming in for you. Pay attention to people's behavior right now too. They may seem like they want to have some kind of communication around something. They're just not saying anything. They're not making any kind of move. For others of you, I think that some direct communication could be coming in that is almost forceful in a sense. Like it comes in and it's like, what the hell was that about? So it could be kind of catching you off guard and leaving you more so in a space of a little more confusion than you had for some of you, not all of you. So some interesting energy there. All right, for the collective, Spirit, November 8th, what does the collective need to know? Rigid and listening, right? Waiting, listening for that communication to come in. Your response, Spirit is saying in regard to this rigid, it's coming out in the reverse, is watch how you respond, right? Don't react, respond. And for some of you, I feel like there's this mum kind of energy where you don't even know what to say. Kind of like what I was saying, it's like, what the hell? Like, what was that even supposed to mean? What is that saying for things moving forward? And that's, again, kind of the energy that I'm getting. Coming out of a space, and I think that a lot of this is going to have to do with the realization of codependency, toxicity, letting go of attachments for you, because it's almost like something comes in and says to you, like, this is not healthy. This is not normal for me, right? This is something that, if it's going to come in, it needs to come in correct. So this can be, work situations, friendships, but there's something around this that just feels detached in the way that it's presented to you. And through that, you yourself are going to be able to detach, to go, this isn't right. Something's not right. Something's not making sense again. But I do feel like some clarity in due time. It's kind of like taking the missing pieces and kind of putting it together to formulate exactly what the hell is going on. So I feel like you're getting little signs, little symbols, little communication that is indicative of something, but it's still not super clear as to what is going on right now. Yeah, where you belong. The belonging, the house of belonging here, 5, and I just talked about that sudden change. 5 is that sudden change. For some of you, this could be a retreat to the need to retreat to a home space, taking some time for some rest and rejuvenation, waiting for the skies to clear, waiting for things to become more clear, something that's going to be lit up and illuminated with these lights that are coming through. Yeah, and as I say that, the moon, right? The moon is that illusion. So there's something that is being illuminated in regards to whatever you're feeling like you're not getting this clarity or specificity. I can't talk today. You're going to get some clearer idea and understanding as to what's going on. Crossing that energy is choices. Again, how are you going to respond to something rather than reacting? For some of you, you may feel like you don't have a choice in the situation. I will be completely direct about that, because it's like, and then you could also feel like maybe you had made a decision to bring something to some sort of closure, or thought you had some closure, or you were pretty profound on what it was that you needed to do in regards to this situation, or even a person, right? But now with these bits and pieces that are coming in, there's like a peak of curiosity as to, maybe I was not necessarily wrong. I think that you were reading the energy correctly, especially those of you who dive into your intuitive side and are open to those cues, right, from the universe. But now it's like you're going to have to reassess how this is coming through, because maybe it's not quite the way you thought it was, or someone's giving you some mixed, I'm going to even call it mixed signals. Part of this with them, if you're dealing with somebody else, 7-7 here, is how you, the communication. We talk about the high priestess of spirit and this invisible energy that's sitting underneath, it's kind of like they want to come out and play, they want to engage, but they're having a hard time doing that. Like, they want to be seen and heard, but yet no, right? Like, I don't want to be seen and heard. I don't know that I want to deal with this right now. So you could be dealing with somebody who themselves are in a pretty big state of confusion. And I do feel like this energy is going to linger till about Saturday. Like I said, you could be getting that information coming into you by tomorrow. And then by Saturday, it all starts to make sense. Okay. I do think that you're hoping for somebody to see you, for exactly who you are. So you may feel like somebody's impression, if you met somebody for the first time, right? We'll just throw this out as an example. You meet somebody for the first time and, you had a really long day at work and you're not your chipper usual self, or you've got a lot of things going on in your mind, that their first impression of you could have been, boy, what a grumpy asshole this person is, or gee, they're not very friendly, or whatever. Where it's like you have another run-in with this person or situation that then becomes they're a little apprehensive with you. Perhaps you could be apprehensive with them based upon their reaction to where you were vibrationally in a moment. And now all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, maybe this isn't quite as I seen it. And this, if you're dealing with an overthinker, or you yourself are the overthinker, overanalyzing the situation beyond necessary need. But what I think is really interesting, what Spirit's bringing to my attention, is why they're so engaged with you or trying to disengage with you, because there's something that's pulling this situation together for some reason. So, again, this is going to be, and it could be even back and forth negotiations on something too. Like you're kind of coming together, getting some information and separating and coming back together at a later time. That it's like a push and pull kind of energy that I'm feeling. Best advice: don't forget who you are in the situation, regardless of somebody else's, and there's that confidence card, regardless of somebody else's opinion, thought process of you, or what they think they've assumed, right? You know, assholes, right? Like everybody's got one to make an opinion and form that and make an assumption and makes an ass out of all of us. That let them have their assumption. Just be true to you. Just be you, who you are. Let everything else get figured out. And if somehow this situation or person gets removed because of there's like a misunderstanding, allow that to be removed. Spirit is moving that out of your way for a reason. There was just something in that moment that was supposed to be brought together for a space of reflection, whether it was for you or for this person or the both of you, or the situation in itself, so that you know how to not do things again, or how to be in a better space of alignment. And if you were that person who had a bad day and you're just feeling off and you went out and you met people, even if you didn't really want to, the impression that you left maybe made them feel some kind of way. So it was kind of like a trigger for them and a trigger for you, because now you're like, what's this person's problem? Person's problem is they seen you in this energy, which was triggering for them for some reason, but it's also triggered you to think about where you're vibrating at right now. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, I'm not going to make this video too long, but what else does the collective need to know in regards to this situation? Open up. Confidence, worth, value, right? Opening yourself up to the possibility. Spirit just said possibilities are endless here right now. But I think there's a lot of self-focus that surrounds this energy today, guys, that it's going to be about how you are feeling about you. Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling vibrant? Are you feeling worthy of the things that you are desiring at this time? So expand. Yeah, expansion is coming. And part of this letting go of like toxic patterns and obsessive thought processes and stuff is like the way that you've done things, right, hasn't worked. So maybe, you know, you're learning about your vibrational energy right now, that even if I have a bad day at work, before I decide to go out and get dinner, and I keep going back to Friday of last week, I keep hearing Friday in my head, or not, you know, my head, like I'm a crazy person from spirit, that even if you've had a bad day, before you go in and interject yourself into other things, make sure you're kind of tidying up, cleaning up your energy, so that you can move into the next segment of your day. And the segment intending, you know, the law of attraction is how you're moving through each part of your day. So even like, let's just say as an example, you have a flat tire on the way to work. It pisses you off. You're feeling some kind of way. When you move into the next phase of maybe getting your tire fixed, moving to a space of thankfulness, gratitude, let that next segment of your day be better than the last one was. So it's about what it is as you move throughout your day, because then when you clean up that energy, when you have these interactions with your, whether it's just yourself, spirit, your kids, your family, whatever, work, that you're in a better place, oh my God, a better place than you were, you know, 15 minutes ago. So, but the expansion is that it's recognizing that anything is possible when you just let go and go, okay, like this was that moment and now we're moving into the next one. Additional information, spirit, for the collective for today. Speak up. Talk about what's bothering you. You know, that's the thing. And I do think too, with this choices and this belonging, is speak up about what it is that you want. Don't be afraid to say, this is what I desire. This is what I need. Don't hide your intentions when it comes to people, places, things, what it is, you know, your goals, your aspirations. What is it within inside of you that you need? And don't be afraid to speak on your desires of what it is that you need. Be confident that, you know, when you speak your truth, when you speak up for what it is that you need, it's a freeing sense too. It's a space of surrender, going, this is what I need. This is what I know I'm capable of. And I'm inviting that into my space. So, and always do it with compassion, right? You know, do and say the things that you do and say from a loving space for yourself and for others. And protect, you know, like staying loyal to yourself and putting up your boundaries. That protection to me is more so about the boundaries, that you don't have to be in this space of fear-based, I can't speak my truth because it's going to be perceived the wrong way. I can't go out and do my thing without feeling like if I do, I'm going to be judged or dealt with in some way that is going to make me feel uncomfortable or make another person feel uncomfortable. Just stick to your boundaries, because again, I talked about that freedom of it. It frees you up. Let it go and celebrate. You know, checking in with you right now, I think, is going to be very important. Check in. You know, I'm not even going to get too much into the new moon right now in Scorpio, but this is also a time of reflecting on what it is we want our lives to really look like. And does this situation vibrate in alignment with where it is that we are heading? So don't be afraid to say, you know, if you're in a partnership or you're talking to somebody, you know, if this person doesn't want any more kids and you do, right? Just as an example. And you're like, well, I really like this person, and, you know, I would like to spend the rest of my life with this person so far. Like, no red flags, right? But that's the thing. Like, they don't want children, you do. You need to speak your truth. And if you can't come into an agreement on where the both of you are, then it's just not meant for you, right? Don't dummy yourself down for somebody or something else if it doesn't speak to an alignment of who you are. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope this video, 1616 on the clock, tower moments, right? Tower moments. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Found it that it resonated, hit that like button, subscribe. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already done so. You can go to the description box below, the about section of the page, for full list or to book a personal reading with me. holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. Hope you guys are doing well. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.